All right, let's go to Ross Benjamin, rbwins.com. He's going to give us 2 plays from Friday that he thinks are worth mentioning. But before we get to that, Ross Benjamin, just tell us a little bit about what you do and your website, rbwins.com.
rbwins.com, that's where you can go, folks, to get all the games I personally wager on, and my clients, my paying clients, that is, receive. So it's rbwins.com. You can get a 1 week, a 1 month, a 3 month, or an annual package from me where you get all my selections. Again, the picks I put out here on SBR, I don't necessarily use a lot of them on my pay selections. And I could also tell you this, 5-1 with my last 6 in college basketball, 1 with USC last night, 55% in college basketball against the spread, 268 selections since February of last year. Also, if you're serious about doing business and you don't like to mess around with the internet, call me direct, 781-571-0299. Folks, don't give me, no offense. I love talking to people, but don't call me and ask me, Ross, what do you think of this game? Watch us on SBR for that.
All right.
Hey, Ross, I got to say one thing. You got to let me say it. rbwins.com, where you pay a little to make a lot.
All right, good. Ross Benjamin, hit us with a couple of picks for Friday that you think are worth mentioning.
I'll tell you, I know that you wouldn't guess this one, Pete, because I got a very strong feeling you're on the other side from working with you for a while. So I'm going to go with Dayton against Red Hot Wichita State. Again, I know Pete's a big guy on Wichita State down the stretch, and rightfully so, but let's not forget, this major winning streak they're on are all against Missouri Valley Conference teams. They only played 2 teams all year that are in the NCAA tournament, so don't lose sight of that. And Wichita State went 0-2 straight up in ATS in those games, losing by 10 to Louisville and by 5 to Michigan State, which I don't know how they're in the tournament anyway. And Dayton, by the way, 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 as a dog, winning 4 of those 6 games outright. And also, this is a Dayton team, 3 non-conference games against NCAA tournament teams, fared pretty well in all of them. I mean, they lose only by 4 to St. Mary's, by 3 at Northwestern, and they knocked off Vandy by 5. They also have 2 other teams from the A-10 beside themselves that are in this tournament. Think they played the tougher schedule as well.
Hey Ross, also, I got to add this because Pete and I were talking about this in our live show earlier today. Pete brought up a good point, and then it made me think. I think Wichita State's overlooking this team anyway because they know that they're going to probably be facing Kentucky, barring a miracle. You know what I mean? I think this is a good spot for Dayton to go, wait a minute, you forgot about us.
That was actually your point. I was saying that
2014, Wichita State, undefeated, top-ranked, they lose to Kentucky to get knocked out of the tournament. So, yeah, they got that game circled. And that's a keen observation, Mike.
Thank you.
My point was that much like the USC game, Ross Benjamin, Mike Brenner and I were on USC as well, and I loved them on the second half, although I didn't think they were going to come back and win the whole thing, but they did. Much like that game, if Wichita State is down at the half, or especially down big, I'll be on them on the second half.
So Ross Benjamin, they could still win the game, right? They could still win the game. But That's
so
Ross, a substantial line.
Yeah. So Ross, to answer your question, I do have Wichita State kind of highly rated in my brackets, but I did not bet them at -6. I would have bet them at -2, but I did not bet them at -6. All right, Ross Benjamin, rbwins.com. What else do you have for us?
One other game here, Marquette and South Carolina. Mike.
I know where you're going with this one. We're on the same side.
I don't like to. I don't consider an underdog +1.5. But man, I just couldn't make a large case for underdog value on this card beside Dayton. You look at Marquette, very good offensively, terrible defensively. South Carolina, the polar opposite.
Exactly.
Terrible offensively and great defensively. I just don't like the way South Carolina finished the season, guys. 2-5 in their last 7 games. They lost to Alabama twice in that stretch. Ole Miss another time. Neither one of those teams are in the tournament. I just think the better offense will prevail over the better defense today.
I swear I think you were sneaking in our office or something, because that's another thing we talked about on the live show. I was comparing Frank Martin to that, I forget the guy's name. Who the hell was that troop leader in Gomer Pyle? Sergeant Carter or whatever. Yeah, he reminds me of that. And the players just aren't grasping what he's trying to sell. And you nailed it. The 2-5 stretch at the end. Alabama beating you twice. This team shouldn't be in the tournament. And I put Marquette so easily it came down when I put it on my bracket.
Yep, I have him in the bracket. And I did bet that one as well. Ross Benjamin from rbwins.com. Thanks so much. Long show, but very well. I think we covered a lot here. Should we wrap it up?
I think we wrap it up, but I got to tell those viewers, don't forget to check out his website because Ross is the real deal, guys. Do yourself that favor. Ross, always a pleasure, my man.
Well, this episode of The Odds Couple is over. But if you give us a like and click SBR's logo at the bottom of the screen to subscribe, then you'll get all the upcoming videos as soon as they come out. And don't forget to take advantage of our website. There's free picks, live betting lines, and sportsbook reviews and ratings guides, and a whole lot more. Check it out now.